Are you guys ready for the real Hot 10 list? We are back with another episode of the Real Hot 10 list. So you guys know I do a Hot 10 Comics of the Week breakdown every Thursday here on the channel. But what you didn't know was last week I started this one, the Real Hot 10 list. What it is I compile 10 books from the runners-up list from the Key Collector app who had some really great sales the prior week, and I rank them 10 all the way down to the top spot. Are you guys ready? Let's get into it. Starting us off this week at number 10 is Action Comics number 252. This issue features the first appearance of Supergirl, but also features the first appearance of Metallo. This Silver Age DC key makes the Real Hot 10 list at the 10 spot with a sale of a coverless incomplete NG for $360, up an insane 97% since the last sale in August 2024. Making its way to number 9 this week on the Real Hot 10 is Teenage Romances number 1. This premiere issue with art by Matt Baker was published by St. John in 1949. This Golden Age romance comic hits the list with a new high sale of a cool $1,000 in a CGC 6.0, up a crazy 39% since its last sale in 2019. For all you Good Girl cover fans, this one may be for you. Coming in at the 8th spot on the Real Hot 10 list is Mark Spears' Monsters number 1. In the early 1980s, a retired monster slayer from a forgotten era reluctantly must confront a familiar evil. This number 1 issue is based on Mark Spears' trading card set of the same name. Monsters number 1 hits the list with a new high sale in a CGC 9.8 for $382, up 41% since December 2024. It's not that often that a new book makes the list, but this one is super hot and well deserving. At number 7 this week is some more Golden Age goodness. It is Wonder Woman number 9. This issue boasts the first appearance of Giganta, a longtime adversary of Wonder Woman who has the ability to grow in size and strength. This Golden Age key sold the prior week for $2,880 in a CGC 7.5 and making the Hot 10 list up 40% since 2017. The only thing better than making 40% returns is having Linda Carter, the true Wonder Woman, do unspeakable things to me. How about some horror now? At the 6th spot is Tales from the Crypt number 20. This early pre-code horror gem was published in 1950 by EC Comics. Issue number 20 is where the run is retitled Tales from the Crypt from the previous title, Crypt of Terror. This issue makes the Real Hot 10 with a massive sale and a 3.5 selling for $1,300, up a whopping 100% since its last sale of $650 in 2019. Sticking with pre-code horror at number 5 this week is Crime Suspense Stories number 23. With cover art by George Evans and published prior to the establishment of the Comics Code Authority by EC Comics. This issue features the first appearance of my wife and I on vacation. I'm just kidding. It does, however, make the list with a new high sale in a CGC 5.5 selling for $1,200, up 9% since last August. Don't do it, fellas, it is just not worth it. At the 4th spot this week is Tomb of Terror number 15. This iconic cover depicting graphic horror was one of 9 comics banned by Congress. This was one of many examples during this era of an eye injury that adds value to a cover, similar to headlights, bondage, Nazis, and other recurring taboos. Cover art by Lee Elias. Being one of the top pre-code horror comics coveted by collectors, it hits the Real Hot 10 with a sale of a CGC 2.5 for a whopping $4,000, up 10% since its last sale of $3,651 in 2024. At number 3 on the Real Hot 10 list is Marvel Mystery Comics number 57. This Golden Age timely comic was published in 1944 and features cover art by the great Alex Schomburg. This runner-up to the Hot 10 had a brand new sale in a CGC 7.0, a super high-grade copy of this book, selling for $2,400, up a crazy 115% since its last sale of $1,116 way back in 2012. Alex Schomburg covers are highly desirable and always go for a premium to other Golden Age non-key timely books. Sticking with the Golden Age at number 2 this week is All Winners number 2. This issue features the first appearance of the Mighty Destroyer. This is also, in my opinion, a classic cover and one of my personal favorites, published in 1941. This iconic issue hits the Real Hot 10 this week with a sale of a CGC 1.5 for $1,825, up a whopping 134% since its last sale in 2020. And coming in at the top spot this week is none other than Flash Comics #1. This massive grail features the first appearance and origin of the Flash, Jay Garrick. This is also, though, the first appearance and origin of Hawkman Carter Hall. And lastly, this comic features the first appearance of Johnny Thunder. Flash #1 was published in 1940 by DC Comics. This ultra-scarce Golden Age Ghost hits the top spot with a new high sale of a cover-only NG for $20,000 with no previous data available. Not a book you will ever see on the Hot 10 Comics of the Week breakdown, but certainly deserving of the top spot. So that's it for this week's Real Hot 10 list. Again, I'd love to hear comments down below. Which of these 10 books would you want to own in your collection? Which is your favorite? I'd love to hear what everybody thinks. Like always, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.